Or this light, man. We have some breaking news here. I'm gonna wait for some people, but you can see the title here. I just now received this. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the patriot, and she's a patriot, a patriotic woman. Uh, it's very rare to be impressed with a politician, but this is somebody I'm very impressed with. She's announcing that she is going to resign after successfully helping Thomas Massey and many others uh, release, or at least try to release, the Epstein files. Hey, John. I know that's Frontline. That's you, John. Hey, this is something I was not ready to do a live today. Um, so this is just some major news that's come on, and she made a lengthy statement. I'm gonna try and see if I can find the statement. She said it's on X, but I don't. They say it's on X, but I don't see it on X. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Has she given a reason? She says apparently this the and forgive the lighting. I think that's better. There we go. She's apparently it's because she's tired of the stuff in Washington, but I'm wondering if it's something different. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed off. I am pissed off. I'm pissed off at a lot of people. I'm pissed off at Trump. I'm pissed off at his cult. I'm pissed off at the Israel first over America first. I am just one boiling, hot, cheesed off black man right now. I am pissed. I mean, there's very few patriots in the Canadian government, the American government, any government. And to see a patriotic woman just leave like this in the arguably in the peak of her success right now. We're all tired of this stuff in Washington, and she was one of them actually helping us out. Exactly, Ashley. I mean, yes, she supported Trump. For Trump to have the fucking gall to call this woman a traitor after everything she did for him, which she didn't have to do. She didn't get his endorsement the first time she ran, but she endorsed him. She went through hell and high water for his sorry ass. Credibility, everything was destroyed because of her. And because she would like in return for her president to put America first instead of Israel first, and to release the Epstein files. She didn't say that he's a part of the Epstein files, but release them. When a rich, shady guy is a known diddler and there's so much secrets about him, isn't it right for people to know what the fuck he did? And Donald Trump is calling her a traitor for that? No, fuck you, Donald Trump! Now let me look and see if I can find Marjorie Taylor Greene's statement, because apparently she made a statement on X. Bear with me. I don't know if you guys can see me when I go to X, but I'm just trying to look here. I don't know all this stuff. When I'm live, okay, here it is. Is this it here? Marjorie Taylor Greene. I wish I knew. Okay, this might be her. No, I don't know. Let me see if I can find it on my phone here. Hang on a second. Okay. I'm going to look here and see. I'm trying to look for her statement, but she's resigning. I just now got this. Where is it? I thought it was on X. Maybe one of these news channels have it. Maybe one of these news people have it. Okay, here's what CNBC is saying. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia announced on Friday night that she will resign her seat in the House of Representatives, with her last day in office being on the 5th of January. Greene's announcement, in a statement posted on X, and they have a link here which I'll go to, followed a dramatic break with President Donald Trump, which she cited as playing a role in her decision to leave Congress in the middle of her third term. It says continue reading. Uh, Greene, 51, faced criticism from Trump for supporting a bill to compel the Democrats uh, uh, to compel the Department of Justice to release the files of Jeffrey Epstein. Here it is. It's a video. So open X. For God's sakes, I need to get the app. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. I'm going to show you the video, and we'll watch it together. It's a little bit crude, but you know what? You guys, we understand each other. What did you just say, Ashley? I hope someone even more base gets their seat. I hope so too, because I'm not going to endorse some ragamuffin off the street, some person Donald Trump finds, or no, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump won't find him. Adelson will find him. Netanyahu will find him. Some Fox News bureaucrat bum off the goddamn street that he puts in my. I won't support that. In fact, you guys know I'm moving to the U.S. And I'll be in a. Okay, here it is. I'm going to read this to you now. I've always represented the common American man and woman as a member of the House of Representatives, which is why I've always been despised in Washington, D.C., and never fit in. Americans, who cares if you're not fitting in, Marjorie? You're not there to fit in. In fact, I would despise you if you fit in. I don't want you to fit in. Go in there and kick ass. But anyway, let's calm down. Americans are used by the political industrial complex of both political parties, election cycle after election cycle, in order to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more. And the results are always the same. No matter which way the political pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman. The debt goes higher. Corporate and global interests remain Washington's sweethearts. American jobs continue to be replaced, whether it's by illegal labor or legal labor, by visas or just shipped overseas. Small business continue to be swallowed by big corporations. Americans' hard-earned tax dollars always fund foreign wars, foreign aid, foreign interests. The spending power of the dollar continues to decline. The average American family can no longer survive on a single breadwinner's income, as both parents must work. And I would even argue both parents can't even work. Both parents can't. Both parents can't even work now, as both parents must work in order to simply survive. And today, many in my children's generation feel hopeless for their future and don't think they will ever realize the American dream, which breaks my heart. I ran for Congress in 2020 and I fought every single day believing that Make America Great Again meant America first. I have one of the most conservative voting records in Congress, defending the First, Second Amendment, unborn babies, because I believe God creates life. There's a second page. At conception, strong borders. I fought against COVID tyrannical insanity and mandated mass vaccinations. And I've never voted to fund foreign wars. However, with almost 1 year into our majority, the legislature has been mostly sidelined. We endured an 8-week shutdown, wrongly resulting in the House not working for the entire time. And we are entering campaign season, which means all courage leaves and only safe campaign reelection mode is turned on. During the longest shutdown in our nation history, I raged against my own speaker and my own party for refusing to proactively work diligently to pass a plan to save American healthcare and protect Americans from outrageous, overpriced, and unaffordable health insurance policies. The House should have been in session working every day to fix this disaster, but instead America was force-fed disgusting political drama once again from both sides of the aisle. My bills, which reflect many of President Trump's executive orders, like calling for a new census, counting Americans only to draw new districts, making English the official language of the United States, making it a felony to medically trans a minor, and other bills like eliminating capital gains taxes on the sale of your home and eliminating H-1B visas just sit collecting dust. That's how it is for most members of Congress's bills. The speaker never brings them to the floor for a vote. Many common Americans are no longer easily convinced by paid political propaganda, spokespersons, and consultants on TV and paid shills on social media, obediently serving with cult-like conviction to force others to swallow the political party talking points. If you've just joined us, by the way, this is a Marjorie Taylor speech I'm reading. Uh, Laura Loomer for MTGC. No, 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 no. I don't support that. Laura Loomer is an Israel first. Look her up. Laura Loomer is Israel first. No, 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 no. Candace Owens, yes. Candace Owens, put her in there. Yeah, but not Laura Loomer. But anyway, let me continue. Because they know how much credit card debt they have, they know how much their own bills have gone up over the past 5 years. They actually do their own grocery shopping and know food costs too much. Their rent has increasingly gone up. They have been outbid by corporate asset managers too many times when they put in an offer to buy a house. They have been laid off after only left them in debt with no big six-figure salary. They see more homeless people than ever on their own community streets. They can't afford health insurance or practically any insurance, and they just aren't stupid. These are the American people I represent and love because that is who all of my family and friends are, common Americans. I've been blessed to represent the 14th District of Georgia for 5 years, which is filled with some of the most wonderful, kind-hearted, God-fearing, patriotic, hardworking people you will ever meet, good, regular, common Americans. Oh boy, wow, this is a long thing. Okay, there's two more pages. And by the way, if you guys hear them meowing, it's my cats. I've had them down for the night because I was going to my bed, but they want to come out. But anyway, I'll read this. Let me just get through this. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene's a statement, and I'm going to read it in full because I think it's important. I've worked hard to bring taxpayer dollars back home to help district impeached Biden Secretary of Homeland Security after watching my constituents die as he facilitated dangerous open border invasion into America and led the effort to defund hard left, politically biased NPR, PBS, and Doge and USA and all that stuff. I have fought harder than almost any other elected Republican to elect Donald Trump, and which she did, and Republicans to power, traveling the country for years, spending money and millions of my own money, missing precious time with my family that I can never get back, and showing up in places like outside of New York City courthouses and collect pound park against raging leftist mob as Trump faced Democrat lawfare. Meanwhile, most of the establishment Republicans who secretly hate him and who stabbed him in the back and never defended him against anything have all been welcomed in after the election. Levin, Shapiro, those bloody Zionist neocon dogs who hated Donald Trump before are now coming in and are being welcomed by Trump, and Trump is shunning Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's been with him since day one. Just let that sink in for you. And I'll never forget the day I had to leave my mother's side as my father had brain surgery to remove cancerous tumors in order to fly to Washington to defend Trump and vote no against the Democrats' second impeachment. My poor father and my poor mother, it was way too much. Through it all, I never changed or went back on my campaign promises and only disagreed in a few areas like my stance on H-1Bs, replacing American jobs, AI state moratoriums, debt for life, 50-year mortgage scams, standing strongly, demanding the release of the Epstein files, all those things, other than my voting record has been solidly with the party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative. America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country. Israel, Zionists, I'm talking to you. Ukrainian people, I'm talking to you. She's talking to you. Standing up for American women who were raped. Censor that one on the YouTube. Raped at 14 by Jeffrey Epstein. Trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, Donald Trump, whom I fought for like hell. However, while yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy, my life is filled with happiness, and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self worth is not defined by man, but instead by God. By God, who created everything in existence. You see, I have never valued power, titles, or attention in spite of all the wrong assumptions about me. I do not cling to those things because they are meaningless and empty traps that hold get to the other page. Okay, this is the last page. That hold too many people in Washington. I believe in term limits and do not think Congress should be a lifelong career or an assisted living facility. I think we all know what she means by that. My only goal and desire has been to hold the Republican Party accountable for the promises it makes to the American people and to put America first. And I have fought against Democrats' damaging policies like the Green New Deal, wide open, deadly, unsafe border policies, and the trans agenda on children against women. With that has brought years of nonstop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander, and lies about me that most people could never withstand even for a day. Well, I probably could. Probably could. I'd tell them all to go fuck themselves, go to hell. Uh, uh, it has been unfair and wrong, not only to me and especially my family, but to my district as well. I have too much self-respect and dignity, love my family way too much, and do not want my sweet district to have to endure hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president we all fought for. I got something to say about that. Only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defeat the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. No, you can be you don't just because. Anyway, let me continue this. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife hoping it all goes away and it gets better. And that's what I think she is by Trump. If I cast aside by MAGA and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and I'll add Zionists and Ukrainian lobby and the elite donor class, they can't even relate to real Americans. Then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or insane 4D chess game being played. When the common American people finally realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping the country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people I love to live life to the fullest, as I always have, and look forward to a new path. I will be resigning from my office with my last day, January 5th, 2026. Marjorie Taylor Greene. First of all, that's how politics is these days. It has to be tough. You're going to have to bring roughness, and you would have won that race. She would have won, viciously won. Any old bum that Trump brings into her riding for whoever the Adelsons find, she would have ripped that person apart like a piece of string cheese and thrown him into the garbage for him to rot for the next 5,000 years till he smells worse than a garbage strike for 3,000 years. She would have torn that person apart, tore him apart. And secondly, just because, Marjorie, you said in her statement that, oh, I shouldn't have to fight dirty, rip up my party, and then go into Congress and have to protect Trump because the Republicans would lose the midterms, which, by the way, they will lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. And the Democrats, when they come in, they are going to try and impeach Trump. In fact, Trump is probably going to be the first president who's successfully impeached. And to be honest, after this, I'm not going to be there to stand with him. The Democrats can have him. They can have him. They can make up whatever they want about him, and they can have him and lock him up, do what they want, throw away the key. I'm done. He, we were all loyal to him. A lot of people who were there with him for day one, and this is how he treats us. And he stands by Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin. I would say to Marjorie Taylor Greene, why do you have to be expected to support Trump just because you won your thing? If you feel like you should, in fact, if I was Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'd win the seat. Hell, I'd probably impeach him too. If this is how you are going to treat someone who is loyal to you from day one, and you didn't even endorse her in 2020, who knows who he endorsed? Who knows who he endorsed? Well, then, please, please. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and bash Marjorie Taylor Greene's decision. I still think that somebody came to her and probably threatened her. I've already told her my advice to deal with threats. I mean, you're in Georgia, sister. You don't allow these Zionists, these cult people, these, no matter what Trump does, they support a guy who doesn't want to release Epstein files. No one said he's in it, but just release it. And you're going to, are you still talking about Epstein? You're going to allow these people to threaten you in Georgia? In Georgia? Stand your ground, state. You want to try? Can you imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband or father or brother with a big old cowboy hat, big old boots, beer belly, redneck? You come onto his property and threaten his wife or his sister or his daughter and see what'll happen to your ass. You'd either be shot or you'd be bitten by a bloodhound dog. I mean, please, this is Georgia, and and he would get away with it. Where you think it's Ontario, where you can't, if somebody breaks into your house and you even so much as throw spitballs at them, you'll get locked up for about 10 years. No, this is Georgia. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene was threatened, but I don't know why she'd be afraid of threats when she lives in Georgia. Let me read some of these comments. But she didn't have to go on the freaking View. She could have gone to Jesse Waters, Hannity, PBD, Piers Morgan, but she really had bigger shift. You know what? I'll be honest with you, and I'm not a fan of The View. Alexa Bertog 644. I'm not a fan of The View, but I'll tell you, I think in this case, when it comes to her trying to stand up to Trump against going to war for Israel, going to war against Iran, releasing the Epstein files, I think The View probably would have been friendlier than Hannity. I mean, Fox News is Israel first, bomb Iran, bomb Afghanistan, go bomb Russia for Ukraine, go to every war this, war that, and none of these people have ever been on a battlefield. Ask Sean Hannity, what battlefield has he been on? Mark Levin, what battlefield? I think The View probably would have been at least somebody. I mean, what's the point of going on Fox if they're just going to just tear her down? I mean, so that's my view on it. And I don't think she's a View fan either, but you go on the stations. And by the way, as a politician, as a statesperson, you should talk to everybody. Don't just stick to Fox. And by the way, Fox is not friendly to real conservatives anymore. Populist, revolutionary conservative. Fox is not friendly to us. Fox has become globalist, actually. Fox is woke neocon channel now. Sean Hannity. Do people even still? Is he even alive still? Anyway, Ashley, you're mad because she went on the wrong talk show? Good Lord, get over yourself. I agree with you. You go on everybody. I mean, you're just going to stick to Fox? Forget Fox. Just my opinion, Ashley. Don't be mad at me. She didn't just go on the show. She was fraternizing and laughing with them while dissed Trump. Well, Trump dissed her first. Is she just supposed to sit there? Go ahead, Trump. Keep beating me. Keep whooping me. Keep calling me a traitor. I supported you in 2020. You didn't support me in my campaign. I supported you when they were going to lock your ass up. I supported you during the, January 6th. Supported you left, right, and center. Left my mother. My father was dying of cancer. I had to rush to Congress to vote for you. And now you're calling me a traitor. Keep doing it. No. Trump isn't going to get it. Unfortunately, Trump is not going to get away with this shit this time. Trump is not God. As she said in her, God is God. And this is why when Trump does bullshit, I know, I sure know as hell I'm going to stand up to him. And to be honest with you, let me tell you, it's not if, but the Republicans are going to lose the midterms. I think the Republicans have a better chance of probably winning the Senate, but those chances slip every day. Trump keeps acting foolish like this over these Epstein files. But if the Democrats win the House and the Senate, I think they're going to impeach him. And this time, he cannot rely on my support. This time, if they try to impeach Trump, he will not rely on my support. Now, having said that, I will support him if he does the right thing. If he does right things, I'll obviously support it. But my days as a person who can openly call myself a Trump supporter are over. They're over. And to be honest with you, I'm not a Democrat. There's no way I'm going to vote for a party that supports open borders, that supports men playing in women's sports, that supports if you say anything that is uncomfortable to somebody of color, you're a racist and this and that supports jacking up taxes and losing businesses and all that stuff, that is globalist, which is also very pro Ukraine and giving billions and billions of our tax dollars to Ukraine and also Israel. So I'm not voting to Democrats. By the time I move to the US, which is going to be in January of the new year, I will be ready to vote in the midterms. I won't vote Republican. I mean, unless the congressman in my district, which is going to be a Republican district in Central PA, is a Thomas Massey type of Republican. But if he's just a get along with Trump Republican, I'll vote for a libertarian or something else, or I'll just put my name in there. And you can do that in Pennsylvania. 2028, the Republican candidate better damn well be a good person. First of all, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm an independent. Just like in Canada, I'm an independent. I don't belong to any party unless I'm running the party. Thomas Massey, MTG, Lauren Boebert, Candace Owens, those are the Rand Paul. Ron Paul's too old, but hell, he's probably younger than hell. Biden was there. Maybe he could do it too. Those are the kind of people I'd vote for in the Republican. I don't know if I could do vote JD Vance. I think depending on who they were to bring in, I'd probably go third party as well. But my days as saying that I am you'll never see me with a red "Make America Great Again" hat ever in public. You'll never see me with a Trump shirt hat on ever. I am no longer a Trump supporter. I am a supporter of things Trump does that are good. Just like anybody who's in politics. So let's read some of the rest of these and then I'll end this live. Trump is a politician, not God. We are allowed to mock him. I'm not mad, just stating my opinion. Just 2 more weeks. That's what you sound like. I don't know what the 2 more weeks, but yeah. Well, yeah, he's not a God. He's not Jesus. He's not God. He's not the Lord. What is this thing that these guys we can't attack Trump? If Trump is giving billions of our tax dollars to Israel, I'm gonna attack him on that. You can, as sure as the sun will rise in Siberia. If Trump is fighting about releasing the Epstein files, I'm going to criticize that. Now, if Trump supports our industries and he brings in tariffs and he says, no, we'll only buy things that we make, I will support that. If he closes the border and puts a halt on illegal immigration, I will support that. But if he says that Americans or there's no talent in America and we need H-1B visas for that Chinese people to build batteries, when Americans were the ones who invented batteries, I am going to fight him on that. And I don't care what any MAGA person says. If Trump talks nonsense, I'm going to talk about him crazy like. And MTG was a patriot. And I just wish good things for her. Maybe she can make her own podcast. Anyway, Guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm in Ohio and I won't vote for Vivek over the H-1B thing. Good, 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 Ashley. I support that. And I wouldn't support Vivek either. This thing of H-1B. Before I go, can you imagine Trump said, "Oh, we don't have time. Batteries, they're very dangerous, and we need Chinese people. We need Chinese people to build the batteries because they've been building them all this time. So we need to bring them in with the H-1B visa." Let me tell you something. Let me show you how stupid it is. The technology to build batteries was, first of all, invented in America. That's number one. Number two, Chinese people don't create technology, they take technology. So the Chinese people in China are working for American companies. So if Trump takes those companies from China and brings them to America, or if they move from China and move to America because of tariffs and because of good economic incentives, the technology to build the batteries is still within the company, you dumbass. So you don't need to bring Chinese people to teach Americans. The people who run the company still know the technology, so they just hire Americans and teach them and say, this is how you build it. I mean, another thing too. When during World War I and World War II, most of your great grandparents used to your great grandmothers in particular, used to work in factories to build bullets, to build planes, to build bombs and all the guns when the husbands were being sent off to war, remember? Now, the thing about it is that those housewives who were flipping pancakes before the war, who were vacuuming the floor before the war, who were doing whatever, fluffing the father's pillow. Do you think those people went to any university or needed Chinese people to build those fighter planes? Back in those days, Chinese people were still picking rice and I mean, they didn't need anybody. The housewife, I'm not trying to be offensive, I'm just saying the housewife was brought from the house to the factory because the husband who was in the factory had to go off to Germany, and they were building the factory man taught the women, and they built it, and they built it good, and they used it to whoop Germany's ass and Italy's ass and Austria's ass and Japan's ass. They do want cheap labor, Ashley. That's the exact point. So Trump is talking stupid. This is why I call Trump dementia dog, because he's starting to get Biden brain, in my opinion. He's not as bad, but it's I can see. Can you all see it? Be honest with yourself. Have you guys noticed Trump has been acting differently? I mean, the guy is 79 years old. I mean, he has been. Be honest with me. He has been acting. The old Trump would have never said we need to bring in Chinese people to train Americans because Americans have no talent. Can you imagine the Trump of 2015 saying that? Of course, Ashley, he's losing a marble or two. It's not as bad as Biden. But anyway, what time is it now on the East Coast? 9:15. I'll let you guys go to bed. I'm really disappointed. But if this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to do, I wish her the best. She put up a great fight for America in at least making us hope that the Epstein files will be released. And I don't think they're going to be released properly. But if I were to ever become president, I would give her the Freedom Medal of Freedom just for that. And with that, and this sad breaking news, we'll see what happens. God bless you guys. This is the Arana Nation.